Hi, this is Bob Hamilton. Wanted to share a few things about creating articles, and not only just creating an article, but an effective article that really will draw traffic to your website. One of the things that people don't realize is just how important that title is. So we spend probably as much time looking at keywords, looking at words that are going to be high action types of words to get people to read the article. So the very first suggestion we have for you is really focus on your title, make sure you've got your keywords in your title, and then look for words like tips, tricks, secrets, something that's going to get people to think that there's information in there. Of course, the content has to be there if you're using those kind of words, but those are the words that are going to motivate people to go ahead and read your article. Okay, the next thing that we've found is really important is the introduction and the conclusion. Now, there are a lot of different theories about introductions. Some people say that's the last thing you ever write. Others say, well, you write the introduction and then you can go ahead and write the content because it'll lead you through. And frankly, that's the way I write. I go ahead, I develop my proposed title, I'll write my introduction, and basically all I'm doing is, an introduction is just to tell people what you're going to be talking about in the article. So mine typically run from 80 to about 110 words. And in there, I'm going to share all of the keys that they should be looking for as they're reading that article. Again, be sure you've got your keywords in the first sentence of your introduction. Then, when we talk about conclusion, what's a conclusion? It's simply telling people what you've already told them. So again, it's kind of a recap of the content of the article. Mine typically are a little bit shorter. They're about 80 words typically. And again, be sure you've got your keywords in your conclusion. Now, when you look at the body, you're looking at another about 3 or 4 paragraphs. And in those paragraphs, that's where you're really communicating the details of whatever the secrets you're sharing or the ideas you're sharing are all about. And typically what I try to do is I try to find 3 or 4 things I want to share in an article, and I make a paragraph around each of those key topics. So again, that's where the real meat of the article is at. That's where people are really going to learn something and gain some information. And once more, typically what I'll do is the middle paragraph, I'll make keyword rich again. So I've added my keywords on that one as well. Then the last thing I want to make sure that we talk about is your bio. That's extremely important, and a lot of people feel they need to go ahead and put all about them. And what they're trying to do is really give people a feeling that they're credible in their writing. And frankly, if they're reading your article, they've already assumed you've got credibility. So what you ought to focus on is the very first thing is driving traffic to your website or wherever you're trying to draw that traffic to. That should be the first thing there. Typically what we do is we'll give away a free product, and we'll put that right there at the beginning of the bio. And then more about I'm the author and a little bit about me. But that isn't your time to advertise. The bio is your opportunity to motivate that person to click through and go to wherever you're trying to go. If you apply all these tips to your article writing, you're going to find that your articles really do have a lot of traffic, you'll have a lot of readers, and you're going to have a lot of clicks. This is Bob Hamilton. We'll see you later.